Hi everybody, I hope you are all well. I am in Milton Keynes today and you've got me makeup free and scruffy in my trackies and so on. I am building beds and building all sorts of stuff for a new property we've taken on for a corporate client in Milton Keynes. I just wanted to give you a little tour, so I'm going to show you around. This is one of our doubles, and my little helper bee over there has themed the rooms by cities. So I understand that this is the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco, so this room will be our San Francisco themed room to be rented out to corporate. Say hello, Eden.
Hello.
He's building beds for me. This is our another double room that we've got. Bathroom. Quite like those tiles actually. And we've got another room here, fitted wardrobes. This will also be a double. This is our Paris room, I think. Ensuite bathroom. There we are. So I wanted to do, you guys keep asking me lots of questions about what I'm doing and how I'm doing it, and why I'm taking on properties, Milton Keynes and all this sort of stuff. So I just wanted to run a Q&A for you guys. We also, this is our single room, which will be Sydney. See there, we've got our Sydney Opera House and Harbour Bridge paintings go up on the wall. I've had loads of questions about what I'm doing these days, and so off the back of the webinar I did on Monday, I thought I would invite you all in and have a quick look round. Basically, this is a house that we're going to let out to downstairs. Look where I'm going. This is a house we're going to let out to a corporate client we've got in Milton Keynes, and it's a house that I've done as a JV with the lovely Justin Whittemore. This is our Paris room, nice Eiffel Tower on the wall. I've also got another little helper in here helping me set up the kitchen. Oh, she's run away on the phone. Look. Hello. So yeah, this is going to be for a corporate client in Milton Keynes, and any of the questions that you had for Monday, the guys that are on here for Monday, if you can ping them up in the comments box and I'll answer them for you. I know one of the questions I was asked is about insurance and how we organise insurance for properties that are going to be let out in this basis for corporate clients. And not being a insurance specialist, actually I'm probably not positioned to answer the question very well, but what I can say is that we've got an insurance specialist that we use that has fit for purpose insurance policies that are specifically for multi-let, corporate let, that allows us to make sure that everyone's protected in the right way. So the house is protected, the people that have been in it, us and the business, and everything's organised. And if anyone wants that link, just PM me and I can make sure I get that over to you guys. In terms of other questions, I know I was asked on Wednesday actually whether or not it's a good idea to absorb the first month's rent or absorb the first month's mortgage payments just to get a property on. And actually, you know, I thought about some of this stuff and the answer is no. Never absorb money that you don't need to, because if you, let's say you took on I don't know, 12 properties in 12 months, actually, and you absorb £1,000 or £1,200 in this house's case every single month, actually you're going to be walking away from about 15 to 18, well, sorry, bad maths, £15,000 worth of profit in the first year, which is never a good thing. So, yeah, that's never a good idea. Other questions have we got, guys? So, hello, I forgot to turn the camera around while I was walking around, apologies. Oh, look at all you lot saying hello to me. Thank you very much. I'm having a little tea and cake bread building at the moment. Look, baked tarts and all sorts. So the question we had was around how to present the solution that we offer, so the business that we offer and what we do. So For those of you that don't know, we run a relocation company. I run a relocation company in Milton Keynes, and what we do is specialise in working with the corporate market here. So we've got a lot of big name corporate businesses, as I'm sure most of you know, and what we do is we offer their transient staff high quality accommodation, alternatives to hotels. So where in Milton Keynes most people are paying 120 or so pounds a night for a hotel, we manage to save them money, but they rent houses from us basically in bulk. So they'll take 5 rooms or 6 rooms on, and really the solution we're offering to corporate clients is a reduction in hotel spend, and the benefits we can offer to either landlords or house owners or anything like that is we are able to look after the properties in the best way possible, because we have very high-end tenants and residents staying in them. So that was one of those questions that hopefully that answers what I actually do day to day. I'm just going to drink some of my tea, so apologies, 2 seconds. Any other questions, you guys? So we've got Kevin Patrick, needs sheets and a quilt on that bed, picture hook for the pictures. Yeah, you're absolutely right. The dressing of the rooms and cushions and all that sort of stuff, actually Justin's going to come and do that. Today is all about putting beds and furniture and everything in. So you'll see, I know you've just gone here, but we've got half-built beds. So today's furniture day, and the next stage will be to put curtains up because we've got some empty windows. We will also be putting pictures on all the walls and so on. So you're absolutely right, Kevin. I think what's really important to remember is that we are not just putting empty rooms to our clients. We're making the effort to make these rooms the best quality they can be for the type of clients that we're dealing with. It helps us to maximise the rents, it helps us obviously to maximise profits, but it helps us to do a better job in terms of the service we can offer, and the type of people we can get into the property. So that's really important. So really good comment, Kevin, thank you very much. We've got other questions that I have. I'm trying to flick around on my phone and actually answer these questions at the same time. I'm sorry for the randomness of this live call today, because we're in the middle of a house rather than me sat at my desk being quite organised. We had other questions as well about using Gumtree, I think it was the question, how we use that for lead gen. So for those that weren't on the webinar, one of the tools that I use is Gumtree. I use it a lot to generate leads, to talk directly to landlords and property owners, and the reason I do that is because it's free. It allows me to get straight to the decision maker without having to actually go via another person. I don't like to spend money on marketing if I don't need to. I think minimum cash in, maximum cash out is always the best way to run a business. And I've just the camera around the wrong way again, sorry everybody. So yeah, minimum cash in, maximum cash out. If you can do marketing that doesn't cost you loads of money, and you can still generate the same leads and the same properties that generate you the same profit, then it makes no sense, does it? So I've got Laura asking me, do you put kettles, etc. in each of the rooms, or is it shared kitchen? It's a shared house, so actually, if I just take you back to the kitchen, my mum's running away, she doesn't want to be on camera. So you'll see in here we've put in all of this morning. So we've got kettle, tea, sugar, all that sort of stuff, microwave. I believe we've also got all of the kitchen, so everything you would need to actually move in and cook and eat and all of that sort of stuff. Oh, my mum's also showing me the cupboards with all the plates. And guys, I get all of this stuff from Home Bargains, B&M, Wilko's, Tesco's. Again, minimum cash in, maximum cash out. We've got frying pans and all that sort of stuff in here. That's not my coffee, sadly, it's upstairs. Toasters and so on. So we've also in this one, which is great, got washer dryer, dishwasher. So it'll be really nicely looked after. We also put cleaners in once, probably for this one, it will be once a week, maybe once every other week, just to keep on top of these communal areas. So this room is going to be a lounge / dining room. You see, we'll put probably a table and chairs in here and a sofa. They've not arrived yet. James, there were some other questions from the other night. What sort of thing would you put? Oh, what sort of thing would you put in an initial text to a landlord? Okay, so it's really keeping it. I'd actually found my advert in the paper, in one of the papers I threw away, and I was going to show you it. It's down here, 2 seconds. This is, Mum, you're not on here. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can see this, but that's my advert there in the paper, and I just kind of use that text. So all my messaging that goes out on Gumtree or wherever it is always the same. So hopefully that answers that question, James. Ben, how long do people stay in house for? So we've actually got this house for 3 years. We've got clients in Milton Keynes that have got contracts that are anything up to 5 years at the moment. So we've got consultants that are working, project managers that are working on like the Oak Grove project, construction and so on. So these guys know they're going to be in Milton Keynes for 2, 3, 4 years. So rather than the client paying for hotels for that length of time, £120 odd a night, they rent the house from us, and they'll commit to maybe a 9, 12, 20. It depends on the client, but these guys are in for as long as they're working on the contract. So hopefully that answers your question, Ben. Any other questions? I know James had a couple more for me. Where do we get our... Fiona, can I show my advert again? Yeah, that's no problem. There we are. Hopefully that you can see that. And it's just in the back of the paper. I've tested and tried lots of different big and little adverts, expensive and free, and there's a mix and match that works. No, James, I don't pay for newspaper adverts, so this is a free advert. Fiona says she can't read it. Can you see that? Give me a thumbs up if you can see it, Fiona. It's probably my wobbly hand. Not enough coffee today, I reckon. Hopefully you can see that, Fiona. Right, James is asking me, what CRM systems do I use? So, as somebody that is not the most admin brilliant person in the world. Oh, wait a minute, I need to... Sorry, I'm not very good at this live stuff. I'm not brilliant at admin. It's not something I've ever been fantastic at. So when I first started my business, I just got into marketing, lead gen, and getting deals in, and then I had to kind of play catch up with my CRM. But I am now running Insightly. That is the one I use, and I'm in the process of building it up to a point where it is how I want it. It's taking time, and because I'm not very good at these sorts of things, well, I don't say I'm not very good at it. I just don't enjoy it, so I don't prioritise it. That's the truth. It's fairly straightforward. I just don't give it much attention. So yeah, Insightly, James, is the one that I use. It's right. It's not facing you, Mum. My mum's moaning at me again for walking past her with the camera. What are the best free sites you can use to contact landlords? Gumtree, Pre-Loved. Where else do I use? I'm trying to think now. It's all systemised now, so it all just goes out when it's supposed to. Facebook, I suppose, is the best one. Facebook is brilliant. In fact, Facebook probably I'd recommend over anything else. And actually friends and family as well. You know, people on here might know people who are landlords struggling to rent out their houses or struggling to sell their houses. They're the people that we help. They're the people that we can fix problems for by putting a good quality tenant in for longer term than what they used to, so they can get a better return. James, do you try and meet landlords in person or close them over the phone? So I will, 95% of my stuff is done over the phone. If I'm sourcing for other investors, then I will, the investor will go and see it rather than me. The investor will meet the landlord rather than me. So, and if I am keeping it for myself, like this one, then I will go and meet them. But I will try and do all of the paperwork and everything as best I can without having to leave my office, because it's petrol and time and all of that sort of stuff. So we've got millions of questions coming in here now. Do you source deals through agents? This one actually that I'm showing you around now was through an agent in Milton Keynes. It took time to get it to the point in terms of the gentle education, that an AST and a common law tenancy and a company let are all very different things, and one's fit for purpose and one's not. So all of that was took a long time. I like things to move faster than this one did, but we've got it now, and also we've now got the relationship with the agent, so they understand what we do, they understand how the model works, and hopefully they'll be happy to work with us again. What else have we got? Sorry, I'm having to get close to this because I can't read the questions. How do you target people on Facebook? It's a big question, Fiona. Facebook advertising, Facebook targeting and stuff is probably a live Q&A all on its own, and maybe I'll speak to James about factoring one of those in, where we could talk a bit more, maybe together, about the power of Google AdWords, pay-per-click and Facebook targeting, because I think probably it's too complex a topic for me to get into while I'm in my scruffs and not got my head on, my business head on. But I'll speak to James about trying to get something put together, Fiona, and see if that will help you. What information do you include when selling on a deal? So if we're sourcing for an investor, or we're looking at working with an investor that we've not worked with before, in fact everything, we will write effectively a brochure. So like anything else, we write sales collateral that we use, PDF that we send out, which basically details all the information about the property that we're talking about, and it's everything from its price, right through to the profit that an investor is likely to make, right through to any licensing restrictions, any work that needs to be done. The rule with brochuring up anything is that you have to include everything, every single detail, so that the person that is looking at it can decide, have an educated decision on whether or not it's going to work for them. That's really important. So what information do I include? Absolutely everything that I know. What sort of fees do you charge? Okay, so if I was going to package this one up and sell this on to somebody that does what I do but in a different town or whatever, I'd be looking at a £5,000 fee for this, because of the profit levels on it and so on. I generally charge £1,000 per year of the term agreed, roughly. It depends, but hopefully that answers that question. With Facebook, do you target buying and selling groups? Not sure where you approach people. It's all about networking online, Fiona. So, there's I'm a firm believer in work out who your audience are. It's different for us all. Work out who they are, figure out where they hang out, go there and talk to them. If you apply that rule, you'll be able to work out how you target and what groups and so on that you need to go on Facebook. How much time do you spend sourcing to exact investor requirements? So I just do property full time now. I do have another business that I run, but I really don't spend any time on it, really. So if you're asking me how much time do I spend, it's my full-time job. But if what you're saying is if I got specific requirements, how much time would I spend? Well, I would spend the time that it needed to get the relevant deals in. So we just switch on our marketing in particular areas if we're sourcing to order. It's a bit of a difficult question, James, that one. I'm not sure if that really answered the question or not. If someone is brand new to property, what are the top 3 tips you give them to kickstart? Just do it is the first one. Start and get perfect later. Took me 2 years to actually pick up a pen and pick up a keyboard and actually start working out what I wanted to do. And I calculated, I think, based on what I've earned this year, it's probably cost me somewhere in the region of about £250,000, which is the most painful thing in the world. So number 1 tip is just do it. Research, learn it, keep learning, keep working on what your knowledge is and your education, and just get up and get on with it. What else would I say? Get educated, take the time and the effort and the money. Sadly, it does cost money to replicate what other people do, because they've been through all the hard stuff. You're paying them for the fact that they're going to help you avoid making millions of mistakes. So go and find somebody that you like, you get on with, you trust, and work with them. Yeah, you'll have to pay them for their time because we're all in business to make money, but it will be worth it if you don't make mistakes, because ultimately it can cost you a lot of money if you get it wrong. And what other tip? Top 3 tips. Don't take life too seriously. Have some fun with what you're doing. Yeah, it's a really quite terrifying topic, property, and people go, oh my God, it's like really scary. But it doesn't have to be. Just have fun with it. Enjoy what you're learning. Enjoy when you get it wrong, because you're failing your way to success, and that's all right. So they're probably my top 3 tips. Are you or the landlord or nobody paying the agent's monthly fee? Yep, the landlord's paying that. So we pay the agent like traditional model, and they take their cut and then they pay the landlord. What else? Who else have we got? How fast could a complete newbie? So I can only answer this from my own experience, and it took me from probably this time last year when I met Justin and got the knowledge I needed, and I signed my first contract on the 24th or 23rd of December, something like that. So 6 weeks, I guess. James, these are questions from the webinar, not just me being nosy. Are you sure? I'm going to start charging you, you know. No, I'm joking. Fiona, I did all mine online, so I'm not sure what you'd say over the phone because I've never done it. I don't actually have an answer to that. I did it all online. What do you do with leads that don't fit your investment strategy? I sell them on. I package them up and I sell them on, because my strategy is my strategy and it's not the same as everybody's. So I will find other people and charge them a fee for doing all of the grunt work and getting it ready and all that sort of stuff. Benjamin Croft, what do you actually do? Now this is a question that all my friends ask me. I'm told I'm the Chandler of all my friends because no one really knows what it is that I do, which is why I've been brave enough to do a live feed today for you guys. Basically, I do 2 things. I run a relocation company, which is what this house is for, and we house staff of corporate clients. And the other thing that I do is work with investors who have got money but no time, to help them find property they can invest in that will make them profit. So there's 2 bits to my business, and this one that I'm showing you around today is one that I'm keeping for myself, my own investment, and the other side of things is the packaging up that I do and sell on for a fee. Hopefully that answers your question, Ben. Fiona, I mean, how did you get around not paying them? Well, there's free advertising in local newspapers, so you just have to find the right section, and you don't get charged. It's just free advertising for everybody. When is the next deal packaging event you're hosting? 26th and 27th of November in Milton Keynes. I'm running a training course, 2 days on how to do what I do, and we go into everything from compliance and all of that sort of stuff. It's good fun. It's a good 2 days actually, and it's a big head download of all the case studies and everything of what I've done over the last 12 months while I've been building up this business. So yeah, 26th and 27th of November, and I know we've got a few spaces left. Actually, we've sold quite a lot of spaces, so thank you very much to those people. There is a couple of spaces coming up. Justin, actually Justin, I should probably show you this because you've not even been inside here yet. Here, look, it's all coming together. Got my little worker bees out there building beds and all sorts of stuff. Who else have we got? I think that's it. I'm pretty sure I've covered all the questions now. I'm just checking through. Yeah, I think so. Guys, thank you very much. I'm going to log off actually because James has put a link up so the couple of people that asked me about my course. There's a link up now, so you can click on there and find out all about what we do, what we cover, and all of that sort of stuff. And I can see there's loads of people private messaging me. I'll be honest, I probably won't come back to you today just because I have to get this house finished today, but I will come back to you over the weekend. And yeah, so thank you very much for all your questions and your kind words as well, and your support. I quite appreciate that. It's really nice to hear. I'm going to sign off now because I think my battery's about to run out, which is quite embarrassing, and get on with my afternoon. So thank you very much. If there's anyone wants to know anything else, just PM me and I will come back to you as soon as I can. And apologies for the appearance. This is building bed day. Don't judge me. Speak to you soon. Bye.